Next, we want to talk about building your list. Building your list is one of the most important parts of your internet business. The reason for that is once people buy from you, they are likely to buy from you again. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create a marketing list. So what you do is you put a form on your page for people to opt in for something that you're giving away, or even on your sales page, so that you can follow up with them and send them more information on your product. The reason is most people are not going to purchase on the first exposure to your product. They may need to see it up to 5 or 6 times before they'll buy. That's why it's a good idea to collect names in a marketing autoresponder. That way you can follow up with them and send them back to your page again and again in your follow-up emails, so they look at it again as they get more information in the emails. Now what's going to happen is you're going to turn some of these subscribers into buyers. And when you do that, you're going to want to move them from your marketing list to your customer list. Now let's look at Monster Response. You'll see here that I have a marketing list set up and a customer list. Now what you're going to want to do is create a form for your marketing list and put it on whatever product they are. You're going to need a pair of lists for each product. One a marketing list and one a sales list. And then what you do is you put your marketing form on your website and collect their name and email address and start following up. Once some of them buy, you're going to want to move them to this list, your customer list, and take them off the marketing list. Now what you're going to want to do is create a form for your customer autoresponder and put it on your download page. So you go to Form Generator, and then you select the customer autoresponder, and then you create the form. You collect any information you want to collect in here. Then down here you want to remove the subscriber from the marketing list. This automates the whole thing for you. Now you have a list of customers. Customers are going to be more likely to buy from you. And now what you can do is you can move them through your marketing ladder. They've purchased this product, so now you can send them through to your other products over time and earn some more money from your existing customers. Now let's talk about what conversion means. Conversion simply means that you're going to get a visitor to your site to do whatever it is you want them to do. For instance, on this site, our goal is to have them opt in to our list. If they do that, that's a conversion as far as this site is concerned. If we look at a sales page, let's look at this one. Our goal on this page is twofold. First, we want them to opt in to this list and get this ebook, but ultimately our goal is to convert them into a sale. These two things actually will work together on this website because we will have them in our follow-up system. Now all we have as our tool for converting people is our words that we put on our pages. Now let's go over the parts that are important as far as converting a visitor is concerned. The term used for this is copywriting. Copywriting is the art of using words to convince people to do whatever it is you want them to do. Now the dominant item on this page is the headline, and on every page you should have a headline. We also have a pre-headline up at the top here. You don't always have to have a pre-headline. The purpose of a headline is to grab the attention of the visitor. As you can see, the headline really stands out here. You'll notice that we ask a compelling question up at the top here in our pre-headline. You can ask that either in your pre-headline or in your headline. Your headline should draw some emotion from them, and you should include your primary benefit in the main headline as well. In this case, it's to improve your golf game. If your combination of headline and pre-headline contains these elements, then people are likely to keep on reading what you have to say. Now this is a very small squeeze page. There's not a lot of words on it, but it is effective. Another way to do it that's quite effective is to have some bullet points of the main benefit that you're providing in the report or whatever it is you're giving away to have them opt in. Now, if we go over to Autopilot Internet Income, this is another way to do it by putting it in somewhere in the page and having it have some compelling text on it wherever you put it. In later modules, we'll go through where you should send your subscribers after they come in, so don't worry about that right now. Now let's have a look at sales pages. Now, one way to do this is, of course, to hire it out and hire a professional copywriter and spend probably thousands of dollars. The good news is that you don't really have to do that. You can learn to write your own copy. We're going to go through this sales page and we're going to go through the different parts of it and just show you what it is you need to do to have a compelling sales page. We basically have 5 different parts of the sales page. We have the headline, and it's sort of like the squeeze page that we just went over. Then we have the body of the page, where we tell the story that we're trying to tell. And then we have the sales pitch, where we present the details of the offer. We have the close, where we summarize the offer and tell people how to pay, etc. And then we have the PS. This is where you reinforce the primary benefits of your product. Now, our headline area consists, on this site, consists of our opt-in part here. Then we have our headline down here and our pre-headline up there. So basically, this is acting like a mini squeeze page at first and a sales page secondly. And if we have a look at the headline, the turnkey money machine that prints non-stop profit for you automatically, the lazy way. This is the primary benefit of the site, so this is immediately getting people's attention. Now, as we roll down further, we have an element of proof right here. Now, most people are going to be skeptical when they start reading your sales page, so having a shot with some proof on it breaks that resistance down a little bit. Now, right under that, there's a chance for them to buy right away. We have a payment link right here. Now, if you have a long sales copy, it's good to give them several different places in the sales copy where they can buy. Now, all of these elements should have gotten your prospect's attention, and now you get into the body of the page where you give your introduction. We need to have a compelling start to our story, so in this case, we're telling about how the system makes money right up front. Now you'll notice we have some highlighted text here in yellow. These things tend to grab their attention, so you feel free to use these type of things and bolds and italics to grab any part of your sales page that you want people to see and be drawn to. And then if we look at the sales copy, this is broken up into subsections, each having its own purpose. For instance, here's one here with some bullets. And then a little later on, we have another subsection, and so on. So you'll have some different bullets in your different subsections explaining the benefits of that subsection. Now, each of these subsections have their own sub-headline as well. As we go through, we'll see that we got different sub-headlines to each of our subsections. Now you'll notice on this particular sales page, we don't actually start selling the product until about halfway down the page. Before that, we are actually telling our story. Now this is one method of doing it. You can also start out with your product right at the top. It's really up to you. And then the next element will be our guarantee. This takes the element of risk out of purchase for people, so that gets over another barrier of resistance. Then you need to show them that they're really getting a good value for their purchase. So here's the part where we give the value of our product, and it shows that we charge $19.97 for a seat at seminars and $7.97 an hour for online marketer secrets. So we just give them an example of what we normally charge, and then down here we show them the value that they're getting for the low price. Now it's time to close the sale. Now we're pushing hard for that sale. We're trying to convince them to buy by giving them the benefits of purchasing our system. Now, there are going to be people that just scan your sales page, and that may be the majority of people. So this section becomes increasingly important. Okay, and then we have another payment link here. And now let's get to our PS. In here, we have a restatement of our price going up. We reiterate a guarantee and the main benefits again. So ultimately, your sales process is the most important part of the sale. Back-end marketing is when you actually market to people that have either just bought from you or they've just downloaded a free product you're giving away. Now you can send them through your product ladder and market the rest of your products in your back end and make more money from each prospect.